Just shut up. Shut up. Hey, what do you got going on over there? What's in there? What's in the box? What is that? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the Xbox? What's in the Xbox? What's in the Xbox? Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and welcome to the second episode of What's in the Xbox. And what this is all about, and what the silly intro I made there is sort of hinting at, is a friend of mine was getting rid of his original Xbox, and I said, yeah, I'll totally take it from you. And what he had done is modded it so that he can play imports as well as stuff that's burned on these discs here. So what I've been doing is basically just going through each of these discs, and I'm going to play each of them because I haven't really played that many of the original Xbox games. So let's go on with the second disc now. This one is Hulk Ultimate Destruction. So yeah, it's a little bit of a cheat for me to say I haven't played too many Xbox games, so let's try out the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, because I have actually played this game, but I'm going to keep this real. I'm just randomly choosing or selecting the discs as they come out of the binder as my way of sorting out the games. So I have played Ultimate Destruction before on the GameCube. I will be interested to see what it's like on the original Xbox here, so let's give it a whirl. Alright, so I'll just briefly go through the tutorial bit here. Yes, I've walked around. And there we go, you can do a whole bunch of quick moves here. Now this is actually kind of an interesting game in that it was one of the first ones where you play the Hulk. I seem to remember there were ones based on the movie. Oh wait, I'm going to pick something up here. Yeah, there were ones based on the movie that were a little more story related. This one actually decided to go with more of a, why don't we just do what's in the comic book? You play the Hulk and you smash stuff, and that was kind of the solution. Oh, we can jump as well. There we go. Now, on the GameCube, press X to perform an attack. All right. On the GameCube, it looked really nice, and this one looks pretty good too. I'm really impressed. Nope, and there's even more. All right. Now, with this, what's in the Xbox? My intention is to kind of give it an initial playthrough of like what's involved. Oh, now I'm getting shot at. Who is shooting at me now? Oh, there we go. But after the initial sort of impressions, I'm also gonna then. Let's get this guy. I'm also going to play the game for like a solid hour just to see, how does it still hold up after that much time. And I won't bore you with this tutorial level. Let's get to the actual mission part of it. I am mistaken. I'm actually not going to the city yet. This game is a slower... Oh, I'm taking some damage. All right. Yeah, this game has got a slower start than I remember. Ooh, I can move much of a cookie. Yes. And they're still pretty hefty on the how you do stuff. Whenever your enemy is defeated, you get smash points, and I want to pick those up. I'm surprised that I've forgotten how slow the tutorial stuff is. There we go. I'm gonna pick those up. When you get power up, your health goes back. That's awesome. And I take on them. See if I can get him. I got it. Yeah, I think we continue along with this, like out in the wilderness in the canyons for a while. I thought we ended up in the city pretty early. Okay, it's a little loosey-goosey with the control and the camera, which I do remember from before. But the great thing with this game, I mean, if you're having a stressful day or something like that, and you want to just have a little time to unwind and relax, this is the game for you, because this thing is just like, go around and blow stuff up really good, and it's great when you get into the city. There we go, I got the thing. Alright, when the tanker to critical mass, be able to buy some devastating special attacks. Alright, critical mass! This means I can do lots and lots of damage.
Careful, Blonsky! You have no idea what you're playing with.
I have a job to do, General.
Meanwhile, the governor plays down suggestions the Hulk is still in the area. Residents are
I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Now this part I remember as well. Banner goes to this sort of manor house to be able to hang out and hide from this bad guy, this Blonsky fellow who's pursuing him. And this is, I think, from what I recall, this is sort of used as your hub world. If this was Batman, this would be your Batcave, and you can then go on missions into the city.
But it's a start. Held neural interface. It can perform read or write operations.
I had forgotten how much of this sort of opening bit there is with all the talking, the cutscenes and everything. I mean, I seem to recall it when you get to the city, which is coming up. You're going to be essentially, you think Grand Theft Auto or the Spider-Man games, but as the Hulk, and you can just run around and do whatever you want. But it's surprising me how long it takes to get there. Okay, we're a good 10 or 15 minutes in, maybe 20, and now we get to jump to the city to acquire missions. Let's do that. It looks like we only have one to choose from. Okay, now this is where the game really opens up. Now you've got a whole city you can run around in, and as you can see, there's like a little green dot on the horizon there. That's something you can go and get. There's these question mark things here, which begin your hints for trying out stuff. I want to defeat the police resistance, but honestly, this is just more fun to run around and, you know, just check out the city and do whatever you feel like doing. It's great. The real appeal of this game is the fact that if you've had like a rotten day, which I mentioned before, you can just go around and break stuff in a city. Like, it feels great. There's a great feeling of movement. Something I've always wondered with the Hulk is, like, how do you make him move quickly? And you've just seen me. You can do this like wall run thing, and that's a lot of fun because it sort of frees up things. You know, I feel like running up the side of a building. I'm going to do that now. It looks pretty good too. I seem to recall the GameCube one was as sharp, if not sharper. This is pretty good though. Good draw distance on it. Gotta really like the original Xbox for how well it does a lot of its graphics, especially for the time. Let's just get this guy here. I am sort of finding the control still a little tricky to grasp. I've had to invert the Y-axis because that's a little bit more what I'm used to with third-person action games. Oh, what's making that whistling noise? I assume I've completed some objective. Alright, good. And I do remember, like, later on you can, like, slam stuff or slap stuff with your hands to do things. You get this, as you jump up in the air, you can also jump, kind of, imagine you're jumping up in the air and then you're pushing your fist forward and you're almost flying. And there's even a very cool bit, I hope I get to it before I finish this gameplay, but there's even a cool bit where you you essentially grab a car and you smash it into pieces and you form like punching gloves out of it. And then you wear these punching gloves and you do like even more damage than normal. It's got a lot of funny elements to it. I mean, if you're into the Hulk, if you want to just smash stuff up really good, this is a heck of a fun game for that purpose. A little bit like Grand Theft Auto, if you get the if the city gets too angry at you, if you've smashed up too much stuff, you really want to like maybe leave and come back. Oh, there you go, red. Oh, there he is, and get him! Get him! Yes, this game can be quite fun, actually. Oh, here's some cop cars. Let's smash these guys up. I'm slapping them there. That's cool. I recall with the GameCube one, I was really enjoying it until I got to, I don't know, about one of the boss battles you take on. I mean, slight spoiler here. You take on the. Sorry, getting distracted by the game here. What's the villain called? The Abomination? Yeah, you take on the Abomination, and that was kind of as far as I could get. It was one of those, like a typical boss battle. You're at a point now where it's like, okay, you need to beat him up a certain way. You have to use these skills that you've unlocked. And it's not that I wasn't enjoying the game, but because I was playing that one on my Wii, I didn't have a GameCube, I was looking for more kind of stuff that used the waggle and motion controls more at that time, so I never really went back to Hulk Ultimate Destruction on GameCube. It is quite nice on the Xbox here. I am ironically finding I'm using the Duke controller, as you saw at the beginning there. Oh, there's another thing to pick up. And I'm finding that the Duke controller really feels good for this game. I think probably because you're picking up cars and you're throwing missiles at let's see if I can pick up a car. Yeah, like this kind of thing. It just feels right with this big controller in my hands. You know, I feel like this is the controller to use for this. So highly recommend the Duke for this game because you're just trying to smash stuff up as best as you can. Ooh. Oh, I think that indicates I have picked that up. That's something on my map which I have picked up. So let's go get the other one then. Alright, well I've been playing for about an hour now, and I did manage to get some of those other abilities unlocked, like this one here where you do this flying and you punch in the air, and it also allows you to do a little bit of like a weird leap and a move forward. So, and that's one of many things. I can also get the two cars to form like a pair of gloves, and that's pretty neat. In fact, let me just show you that. I've even unlocked that ability where the Hulk will actually, here, let's pick up a car. I'll show you that thing. Hit Y. And now I've got these two big punching gloves. Awesome stuff. But, as you can see, that's actually more inclined to make the cops come after me. Because now I've also unlocked that threat mode thing where if I blow up too much stuff, the cops are going to come after me, much like in Grand Theft Auto. The way the wanted meter will increase. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to conclude here. I've been really enjoying playing this game again. I do find, sorry for the flicker, I do find that the controls definitely are better on the Xbox. The GameCube controller, when I was playing it there, just didn't seem to work as well. I'm much preferring playing this on the Duke. Another thing is, and I don't remember if this happened on the GameCube or not, but there are times when you're reaching an objective to do a mission, and the camera will kind of zoom out and spin around bullet time style to show you, here is the building you need to destroy, or here is the generator you need to protect. And when the camera zooms out, very briefly, you see how the building in the background there has all of its details in it? I find that it doesn't do that on the Xbox. There'll be like a brief moment there where all of the buildings have like less detail, less textures on them, and then it'll catch up and snap into place. And I don't know, again, that might be a limitation of the Xbox versus how the GameCube was running it. So that's kind of an interesting observation. And I also find as I'm running around doing my bits here as the Hulk, I'll be kind of feverishly punching away and doing my stuff. And the camera will occasionally bounce around behind me or to the side of me. So that was making it a little bit tricky to do some of the missions. So, but definitely a lot of fun. This guy, you can pick it up anywhere. And it's one of the few games that's not based on the movie. It's just the Hulk, a la how he is in the comic book, running around blowing stuff up. So it's a very, very fun game and a nice open world to kind of just work out your frustrations in if you want. So yeah, this is a good game. What would I give it? 4 out of 5. I mean, it's a very, very good Hulk game. So if you like the Hulk, if you're into smashing stuff up, this is the game for you. I would dock up mark for, again, that slight graphical glitch and also how the camera will sometimes bounce around as you're doing your various bits of damage and stuff. So there we go. Anyway, so that's another episode of What's in the Xbox completed. And until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.